Today I will be reviewing the iClip Slim Wallet. Not many reviews in the UK for these, so I've been contemplating getting one for a while now, so decided to go ahead and get it. Decided to ditch the old conventional style wallet, give one of these a go. I've also tried some of the other style holders as well. We'll go over that in the review as well. So let's get on with it. First up, bought this from Amazon. It came in at £33, which is quite pricey. I'll be honest with you. I've had my old style wallet. I've had this for years now. I've had it about 10 years. It's a Fossil wallet. Bought it in Florida one year when I was on holiday. Nothing wrong with the wallet at all. One of the main reasons I was wanting to upgrade my wallet, get something new, is basically because we've got all the contactless cards now, and one thing that concerns me a wee bit is obviously you get the scanners where with the contactless cards now someone can come up, scan, get your card details while you're in a queue, anything like that. So I decided, I was thinking, well, now would be a good time to upgrade, get something else. Obviously you can buy the new RFID NFC cards which basically block the signals. Here's one here which I've actually bought for the money clip. I'll go into this in a wee while. Tested this card out, works perfectly fine, but we'll come back to that. Obviously I had to buy one of these because the iClip is standard, doesn't have any protection, which kind of is bad in a way because, as we all know, these aren't cheap. This one here in the UK is £33 direct from Amazon. Obviously iClip do these cards themselves, but they were coming in at £10 for a pack of 2 cards. Unsure if you need both of the cards, if you need one at the back or one at the front. So I decided not to buy them. I bought this one off Amazon on its own. You get one card, it's slightly cheaper, £8.99. You can get cheaper versions of these, but the reason I went for this one on Amazon, I'll post the link in my review. The reason I went for this one, some of the cheaper ones that you can get for £4 or £5 or £6, there's a lot of reviews saying whatever technology's in those ones, basically when you're going out of shops, for example Tesco, you'll set the alarms off because of the whatever's inside the card. This one doesn't do that. And again, I've been in a few supermarkets now, gone through the barriers when you're entering, exit the shop, no issues at all. And I can confirm as well with this card here, it works. I tried it with the iClip the other day and no problems at all. It couldn't read any of the cards. Doesn't need to be at the front, doesn't need to be at the back. This specific one here only needs to be within 2.5 centimeters of your contactless cards and it'll block the signal, which it did. So we'll come back to that one. But here we go. So here's the iClip. You have no idea how long I've been contemplating buying one of these. We all know they're not cheap. As I said, £33 including shipping from UK, from Amazon. It's a lot of money for what it is. Again, I've been wanting to buy something for a while. I've tried these ones as well. I'm not a major fan of these, I'll go into that in a second. The only people that make anything remotely like this is iClip, so that's why I went with this in the end. One of the main reasons I'm not so keen on these, they work great, you can pop your cards in them there, you've got your money clip on the outside, but that's the issue for me, is having the money on the outside. Main reason being, where I work, you're going through security, you pop your stuff in a tray, and to me, the fact people are seeing wads of cash on the outside there, you never know. Anyone could see that and think, ooh, money, take it. Whereas if it's something like this, it's a lot smaller, the money's not on display, so they might not realise what it is. Same as a wallet, it's one of that things, you see a wallet, I'm sure it'd be fine anyway, but the fact someone's seeing cash here when you're without your wallet going through security, for example, at an airport, you know, someone could be tempted. So that's one of the main reasons I didn't want one where the money was on the outside. I wanted something which is on the inside, and that's the iClip. As we all know, it's just basically a wee bit of leather, and it's Robin or something like that, but it's plastic. I knew that coming into it. It would be nice, as a few of the other reviews say, it does feel really cheap. I think the makers have said the reason they don't make this in metal, something like that, it can damage the cards. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure, but I'm sure they could line that metal on the outside. They could have metal, aluminium, something, you know, and line it on the inside so it's not damaging the cards. They could also put something on the clip, I'm sure they could. Another reason to say, I think I've read before, they make it out of plastic because it's more lightweight. I don't actually mind. One of the main reasons that I purchased this as well, it's because it's nice and compact. This is compact as well. Again, this is far heavier than this. It doesn't actually bother me having a bit of weight in the product because you know it's in your pocket. One thing that I have noticed since switching from the wallet to the iClip, there's an odd time where, oh my god, where's my wallet? I think I've dropped it, left it at home, left it somewhere, when it's actually in my pocket all along. It's just the fact this is so light. I'll get used to it. So, as we can see here, there's really not much to it. Bit of leather, plastic, you've got the clip there, and you've got the wee buckle here. iClip say these will hold 12 cards plus money. We'll see how we get on with that in a minute. But first off, I'll just close this up quickly. So we've got the iClip here. You get a few other bits and pieces in here. You basically get a €50 note, something like that. That style shows you how to clip it in. So you obviously pop your cards in, pop the money in, and the clip fold over and over. So you do it in thirds for your money, which is fine. Other thing that I like about this is you have your cards in the back, you load them in, then basically you can have your money in there. It's closed and you basically swipe through the cards and the cards come out. We'll do that in a second. So you can find them without opening to get to the cash. You don't need to. One thing that did concern me as well about this is the fact you've got the big opening here. Now obviously the reason you've got the opening is so you can see your cards. For example, you see the cards there. But generally on the window in my wallet I'd have my driving license or something like that. This card's obviously going to take a bit of a beating if it's in your pocket, if you had change or anything else in your pocket. I generally always try and keep my wallet in a pocket on its own, but some other people might have other things, keys, anything like that, so bear in mind this card would get scratched. That's another reason why, well obviously I want the RFID for protection, but I also use that as my top card there, so it protects all my other cards as well. So that's that. I will flip this out for a second. We'll close it up. So here's my wallet. Obviously I'll sort of hide my cards the best I can. So all my cards are in here. I've got a few cards there. These are all the cards which I would always have in my wallet. Got some money in it as well. I'll move this stuff out to the side. So as you can see, size comparison, the height of this and they're pretty much the same. But the big difference is it's almost twice the length. Obviously this here, the footprint of it is basically the size of a card, so that really appeals to me. Obviously as well, you can see the thickness difference in there. My old wallet compared to that, there's really not much you can say about it. It's absolutely tiny. Weight wise, if weight is a thing for you, I've got my old scales here. So my old wallet, full, so we've got 129 grams. I will now take everything out of the wallet, hopefully without any of you guys seeing any of my details. Take all the cards out just off screen, take the cash out as well. We'll now weigh it again, minus cards. So the wallet empty comes in at 86 grams, so nothing left in here at all empty, cards and money up there. So here's the iClip, completely empty. And it is a mere 18 grams it comes in at. It really is, as I said. Some people want things lightweight. If you do, you'll love this. And again, as I was saying earlier on with this style, this is quite a heavy bit of kit. I would imagine that'll be heavier in the wallet. and it is. It's coming in at 107 grams. So, next up, let's load the cards in. I'm just going to do this off screen so we're not seeing any of my details. I'll just pop the first few in. So there we go there. So how many cards we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to say this is 8 cards because this card here, the RFID card, is twice the thickness of a regular card. So it's nice and simple. You basically pop it in with your card facing the window, the front of the card, and you just slide it in like that. So that's them slid in, you close it. Yep. So there we go there. So I've got 8 cards in there effectively, and it's nice and simple. It's shut, as you can see there, it's all closed. Move the scales off to the side. To get a card out, you simply, from your left hand, you just push and you go through all of your cards. Nice and simple there. If I want this card out, pull it out, pop it back in. It is that simple. You don't have to have the clip open at all for your money. Now next up, you got some money here. 20, 40, 50, 60 pounds. So we've got 4 notes here. So it's nice and simple. You put the notes in, keep a hold of it there, and basically what you're going to do when we put it in the clip, this corner here, you want to line it up down there. Nice and simple. With your cards in place, the money glides in quite easily, as you saw there. And again, as I said earlier on, you just do it in thirds, so roll over twice, and there you go. That's it shut. It's just so compact. I've got to admit, it's very pricey, and the price put me off for such a long time. I've been contemplating buying one of these for ages. I've looked at so many other wallets, I've bought so many other styles like this, and again I was just put off the fact your money's always going to be on display on the outside. An example there, you know, we've got a £20 note here. Pop it in. It's just the fact, you know, the money's on the outside. It's a nice strong clip as well. It's not going to come out, but it could come out. It could get caught on something else in your pocket. You could have your money flying, and it's just the same thing. You put it down, instantly you can see it's cash there. Whereas if you've got something like this, it's that small, people might not actually even realise it's a wallet. It really is that tiny. It's one of that things, you know, if people see money, they could go for it. Whereas with this, it's hidden. And same as that as well. Some people might not even realise it's a wallet at all, unless you've got weeks of cash hanging out of it. I've been using this now for about a week, and I've got to admit, I really do love it. Again, if only negative I do have for it, I just wish there's a wee bit more weight in it. As I said, it's probably just the fact I'm not used to it. My trousers at work, I've got my trousers on at work, they've got quite loose pockets, not like what I wear at home. They're sort of dress trousers I have to wear for work. Obviously I'm at home, I've got a pair of jeans on, so the pockets are tighter, so you can always feel that it's in there. But when you've got this, as I said, to begin with, you're going to think, oh my, I've lost my wallet. Because it's that small, and as I said, it's that light compared to going to your old wallet. But yeah, it's great. I absolutely love it. Nice and simple. If you want some money out, no biggie there. Take £20 out. You just hold on to the rest. It's out, and it's the same thing. Put it back in if you've got money there. Just slide it in. Simple as that. He says as he makes a bit of a mess of it. Fold it over and clip it up shut. iClip say you can get 12 cards in here. As I said earlier on, I've got 8 at the moment. Well, I've only got 7, but again, the RFID card's twice the thickness of your regular card, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt of that. Now, one thing you have to note, if you see there, as I said, I would say I've got 8 cards in it now. So the last couple of cards are actually up over the top of this. No biggie, because you can, I've got a few old cards here, so it says it can take 12. So here's another 4 old cards, so there's 4 old cards there. So that'll take us up to the recommended 12 that iClip say you can put in it. So I'll stick another 4 in the back. So as you can see there, that's kind of what I was saying there. When you've got any more cards than sort of 6 in there, the rest are going to be out of here. So, you know, they could slip that way. But when you've got it closed, it's not going to be an issue. It still closes fine there. There's no way at all that any of these are coming out. This is the first time I've actually tried this with 12 cards in it, because again, I'm one of these people, I don't like having stuff in my wallet that doesn't need to be there. You know, you see some people going around, they've got about 1 million receipts in their wallet, bits and pieces like that, old cards. That's not me. So as you can see there, even with 12 cards in there, it's a bit tighter to get the money in, obviously, but once it's in, it still goes in. Fold it over, that's the same amount of money, and still shuts there. Now that there's 12 cards in there, that actually does have a wee bit more weight in it. But again, 12 cards for me, I'm never going to have 12 cards and all that sort of cash in it as well. Again, at the age of contactless RFID protection, that's important to me. So, but with contactless, because of that, I've got my phone as well. I've got Galaxy Note phone, got contactless on that. I've got it on my cards as well. So the day of carrying a lot of cash around, for me anyway, is non-existent, to be honest with you. Obviously as well, as you can see here in the UK, we all have different size notes. So there's £10 note there, we've got the £20 notes, which are bigger. Obviously if you're watching this and they're in the US, one thing I do love about the Americans, all their notes, regardless if it's a $100 bill, 20, 50, whatever, they're all the exact same size. So if you've got that, I'm going to take a few of these old cards back out again. I'll take that 4 cards back out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the 4 old cards out. So I'll go back to my regular 8 cards. There's the blue one again. So it's the same thing. You have your money lined up, which is even easier if you're in the US. Slip it in. And as you can see there, none of these have been pre-folded, so I've not been practicing on this at all. Fold it over twice. And there we go, that's it in. I've only been using this a week, but as I said, so far it's great. It's just amazing being able to swipe through like that to get whatever card you're needing. So I want my Tesco card out the back, there it is there, finish up with it, and it's a case, just slide it back in, and that's it back in. So easy to get to your cards. And again, once you're finished back in, I want to get a dollar bill out. I'm going to tip someone, bit of a cheapskate, give them a dollar bill tip when I'm on holiday, pop it back in, close it up. Or if someone ends up, they want to give me some money, so I've got my bills there, so I've got my $1, I'll stick it in, slide it down. Obviously it's a bit easier doing it when you're putting all the cash in at once, but as you saw there, it went in, fold it over, yep, and clip it up, and that's it done. So overall, as I said, I've only had it about a week, but so far, I absolutely love it. It seems to be wearing well. It's not scratching easily or anything like that, but generally I look after my stuff. I normally always have this in a pocket by itself. I have my phone in one pocket, this in the other pocket. Only thing you'd probably have to watch about if you've got it in your pocket, that you know you don't bend the leather back on itself, but it seems to be good quality leather. We've seen a few people, I've seen a lot of reviews where this snaps. I'll just have to see how I get on with it over time. It's not cheap, as I said. Saying that, a good quality wallet's not cheap either. I bought this about 10 years ago in Florida. It's a Fossil wallet. I think it was about $40–50. But again, it's still in very good condition for the age of it. But I just feel, in this day and age, moving on, RFID protection is a must in my mind in this day and age. You could quite happily pop one of these cards in your old style wallet, but at the same time, things have moved on a bit, and there's just been something about these. I've been looking at them for so long because I like things being neat and compact. If you can ditch this and go to one of these, then you should do it. I'll report back. I'll use this for a couple of months, and I'll do a wee update on this video just to let you know how it's getting on, how it's wearing. As I said, this is the iClip. It's available on Amazon. This is the cheapest model. I went with the cheapest one to begin with. It's £33 including postage. You can get this model for £28 direct from iClip, but I'm pretty sure it works out the same price getting it from Amazon, because by the time that you add on your postage on the iClip site and all that bits and pieces, I think it actually works out pretty much the same price as it is from Amazon. It's available in quite a few colours. You get different models as well, different leather material, different designs, bits and pieces. But again, for me, for a first time with this, I thought I'll go with the cheap one to see how I get on. But my feelings are that I was right. I do love it. It's just, I can't stop. It's bizarre. It's a wallet, but I find myself playing with it all the time just because, look at it, it's so small. It's so small. The weight of it, I'll get used to it. I'm actually over the fact that this section here is plastic. Hopefully it doesn't break. Again, I don't know how some people break them. Maybe they've had flimsy ones, or they're playing with a clip, they're bending that out, or they could generally break. If it does, any mishaps, I will let you know how I get on with it. I'm going on holiday next week. I'm off to the States. I'll be taking this with me as well. And as we all know, the less stuff, bulky stuff you have to carry when you're going through the airports, bits and pieces like that, the easier it makes your life. So far, so good with iClip. Hopefully you find this video helpful. If you did, feel free to leave a like. Equally as well, anything you don't like about the video, feel free to call me out on it. Only starting off doing these. And yeah, hope you find this useful. So I'll be doing some more reviews and bits and pieces for stuff like this in the future. So anything you want me to review, feel free to give me a shout. But thanks for watching.